Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? Make sure I got noise. Of course, the first one doesn't work, but that's fine. That's fine. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there is a motherfucking way. There is a motherfucking way. All right. There we go. We got noise, y'all. What's up?
Baby bottle, damn, and through all the motherfucking pain, they done drove my mom's insane. So I guess I gotta do work, so I ain't finished. I grow up to be a straight up menace. Chia.
Yo, yo, yo. All right. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, we're on here, man. We're on here. We're on here. We are on here. So I just stumbled across this. I noticed that DJ Vlad did an interview with MC8. All right, he did an interview with MC8. Whenever I see that DJ Vlad has somebody on his show, I just automatically assume something's fucked up about him. Okay, I'm not saying everybody that goes on there's something fucked up about him. But what I'm saying is that the majority of people that go on Vlad TV have something fucked up about them. So I do background checks on people when I see them on Vlad TV. And MC8 has never been to prison. MC8 has never been locked up. So how in the fuck is the guy who teaches young black kids to kill each other, one of them, MC8, from Menace to Society, that movie was not like a positive movie at all. Menace to Society influenced not just black kids either. It influenced so many white kids as well, and made it look like that shit was cool. So the entire time that MC8 is in there flashing a Desert Eagle around and acting like killing people is cool, the whole time he's not about that life. The guy who wrote Straight Up Menace has never been to jail. Maybe he's done a day here and there, but he's never been to the joint. Ever. So yeah, I definitely wanted to touch on that. I saw that on DJ Vlad. I was like, oh man, let me look this up. So without further ado, We're just gonna read this Wikipedia page real quick. I'm still gonna go over PNO and all that shit and Whack 100. That Whack 100 situation is pretty hilarious, man. That Whack 100 situation is pretty hilarious. So we were on a live yesterday over there on Plug's page called it's called Plug's Fault. We were over there talking about Whack 100, and Whack 100 ended up coming up on the show, and then now all of a sudden the video is taken down. Which is whatever, that's fine. I mean, leave the video up with JD Delay, you know what I mean? But then take the video down where I'm talking shit about Whack. It's all right. I really don't give a fuck, man. But he took it down, so it doesn't matter how good it was. He took it down. Yeah, he took it down. So I mean, whatever, dude. I don't give a fuck if he puts it back up. To be honest with you, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. The fact that he took it down, and it's still, he said he was editing it. Plug, you said you were editing it. Okay, dog. It doesn't really matter. Whack 100 is mentioned 6 times. If I said 5, it'll be back edited. Whatever, dog. I don't really care. I don't really care. I just really don't. I think it's hilarious that the live with JD Delay and Pino and all that shit gets to stay up, but then the one when I'm talking shit about Whack gets taken down. I think that's hilarious. Plug, dude. Here's the deal with Whack 100. Whack 100 is a little bitch. Whack 100 is a little bitch that got extorted by Big U and all his buddies, and ran and told the feds he was getting extorted by Big U and all his homies. Okay, so whatever, dog. I don't give a fuck. Whack 100 is a fed. He's a fed. So hold on. So anyways, just straight up, MC8 is not a menace at all. MC8, look it up. MC8 has never been to prison. He had both parents. He's Clarence, and Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. All right, so let's go over this fucking Whack 100 paperwork, actually. That's more important. I got the Big U indictment right here. Big U indictment. Got it right here. It's loading. It is loading. All right. So right here at the bottom of page 50, okay, I have it underlined. All right, it says right here, number 99. This is the bottom of page 51, actually. The bottom of page 50 says Williams later admitted to this robbery and aftermath on a podcast, on the No Jumper podcast, after stating that Williams was Henley's right-hand man. Williams explained, so basically he'll manipulate things. We'll go and do something, and then the same N-words we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later as we trying to count everything. And we'd be like, how the fuck? Williams then said that Henley would state, well, we just gonna give like 40,000 back. Whack 100, who was a rival counterpart of Henley's for the Bloods, was also on the podcast and stated, this is in quotations, you know why he wanted to give the dude back 40, right? Because he was going to make the dude give him 20 for getting it back. Williams then agreed, of course, he did that too. 2 famous rappers. Williams then detailed demanding 50,000 from the celebrity rapper RR, or they would kill the celebrity rapper MM. Williams then said RR dropped off the 50,000, and Henley stopped answering the phone and then did not share any of the proceeds with Williams, according to further No Jumper and Vlad TV segments. Henley then served a cease and desist order on No Jumper, and this podcast episode was removed from the platform. So right there, that's one of the times that Whack 100 is mentioned in this indictment. One of the times. Whatever. I don't give a fuck, dude. That's fine. That's fine. He took down the video for a reason. He said he's going to put it back up. Look, here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. All right. I'm not going to go on this tirade where I'm going to start screaming fuck Plug and all that shit. I don't really care. I don't care if he took it down. It doesn't take away from the fact that Whack 100 is a snitch and that Whack 100 is cooperating with the feds. It doesn't take away from any of that. I don't need Plug's platform. I don't need him to put the videos out. I mean, I hit him up and I asked him what was up with it, and now he acts like he's not responding. Whatever, Plug. Do you, dog. Do what the fuck you're gonna do, man. That's fine. I don't care. I don't need your platform to do anything. I just don't. I don't need your platform to do anything. Okay? If anything, these guys need my information to try to clean house. So I don't need any of this. I don't need to go on there, and I don't give a fuck. And another thing, I caught Plug lying. Plug, I caught you lying. You said that you put the StreamYard link in the YouTube streets, and no, you didn't. Right at the beginning of the YouTube streets live, you're not gonna put the StreamYard link in the chat. So I mean, you're a liar, Plug, right there. I mean, whatever. But I don't expect him to be honest. I don't expect him to be honest. I just don't. And that's fine. That's fine. So by all means, Plug, you don't have to put that video back up of me and Whack. Just come out and tell everybody you're afraid of him. Come out and tell everybody that Whack makes it seem like he's going to make you famous. He's going to put you on, and he dangles that. Because if you guys notice, Whack kept on saying, oh, well, get rid of him and then, come get some content for me. Get rid of him and come get some content for me. So what he's implying by doing that is that all he's got to do is give some all he's got to do is give him some content, and he'll get rid of me. Like, Whack 100, I don't think you understand. I'm not on the Plug show. I'm not on the YouTube streets. I'm not on Plug's fault. I'm not on anybody's show. I have my own show. This is the show where people come to get real information. And then based on that real information, they run off and do whatever the fuck they're going to do. Okay? I don't care what nobody says. Nobody was putting pressure on JD DeLay for being a piece of shit until I came along. Nobody was putting pressure on Doc TV for being a piece of shit until I came along. Nobody was putting pressure on Chad Marks until I came along. Nobody's talking about PNO being a little fucking fag who likes to wipe shit all over the cell walls and is afraid of going to prison. All right? What's up? What's up, Pops? I had to be the one to do all of that. And that's fine. I don't care. Because I'm not just an internet personality. I'm not just an internet personality. This is just something that I do. This is a service that I try to give back to my community because, to be honest with y'all, I lived a really fucked up life for a long time. And I'm not going to go into some huge speech here, but I lived in a fucked up way for a long time. Number one thing in life was to fuel my addiction for years, for decades. My number one thing in life was to fuel my addiction. Now, I don't consider weed an addiction. I don't think you can really get addicted to weed. All right, well, we can cover that at some point later. I have some family members who would disagree with me on that. Okay, we can cover that at some point too. But meth, alcohol, heroin, cocaine, pretty much everything except for weed is addictive. Even the pain pills that I take daily, okay, those are addictive. They're addictive. They're prescribed to me, but they are addictive. Okay, so for decades, all I did was I just fueled my addiction, and I didn't care who I hurt, and I just didn't fucking care. So I feel like I can rectify some of that shit by coming on here and trying to do the right thing. I'm not on here trying to get super chats and have you buy me a fucking clown hat to put on like that shit in TikTok. Look, I haven't went live in TikTok, but if I ever do, don't ever buy me one of them fucking stupid hats with the heart and the join my fan club. Don't ever buy me one of those. All right. I don't want that shit on my head. I don't see how people, it's crazy how they embarrass you on these websites at the cost of what is a super chat? 99 cents. Sometimes you guys are only getting 99 cents and you're totally sacrificing your self-respect by allowing someone to put a stupid little waving heart on top of your head. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. The super chats, the donations. I have had donations. A couple people have donated to me before, but I don't expect it. And I don't really care. I don't beg for it. If you want to help me out, that's fine. Something that I can do is I can do background checks. Like I have services that I provide. Okay. All right, but that's not the reason why I come on here and do this. I come on here because I used to be a really fucked up person, and I'm trying to do something to better the world instead of destroy it. So that's why I'm on here. So I say that to say this. Plug, I don't give a fuck if you put the video up or not. I don't care. If you put it up, fine. If you don't, it just shows that you're scared of Whack 100. And ultimately, why did you bring me up there with him just so you could take the video down? And why did you lie to me? Yeah, now the more I'm pissed about that, because Plug, you straight up lied to me, and you told me that you put the chat or the StreamYard link. I wasn't even looking for it. I didn't fucking care. But you told me that you put the link down in the YouTube Streets chat. No, you didn't. At the beginning of your live over there, you said that you're not going to do that. So you're a fucking liar. Plug, you're a fucking liar. Like I wouldn't even have cared. I didn't have to come up there and I could just tell what it was. It was you guys were sitting over there fucking sucking JD DeLay off. You know what I mean? That's all that was you guys were sucking JD DeLay off. I mean, I didn't want to be a part of that shit. You guys start out all talking shit about him. Oh, well, he better do this. He better do that. And then he comes on there with some bullshit excuse. Look, let's just keep it real. All right. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. All right. So, where was I? Yeah. So plug, you're a fucking liar, dog. Like, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Just why can't you just keep it real? Like, I don't get it. Why would you have to tell lies to a bunch of people? Like, you're a grown ass man, Plug, right? If you're scared of Whack 100, just come to Whack 100. Just come out and say it. That you pick and choose what snitches you want to expose and what you want to talk about. Just come out and say it. Because I don't need clout off of Whack 100. I don't do this for clout. I have clout in the real world. People know who I am in the real world. Who's Plug? Plug is a dude off of YouTube Streets. His name's New Age Plug. And yeah, I don't know. Essentially, he's a guy that doesn't like to show his face. And I don't know. I guess he's scared of Whack 100. But that's fine. I don't want to really focus on that because it's gonna sound like I'm trying to get him to put the video up. I don't care, Plug. I don't give a fuck if you put the video back up. I really don't care. You should have left it up raw, but you want to bring it down and edit it. Why do you have to edit it? You don't want everybody to see Whack 100 telling me that a German Shepherd fucked my dead mother. You have to edit that out, Plug, where Whack 100 is saying that a German Shepherd fucked my mother. You had to edit that out. Anyways, I don't want to focus on that for too long. I really don't give a fuck. That's fine. Go ahead and do what you're gonna do. But at the end of the day, Plug has a what does he have? He has an allegiance to a bunch of fucking weirdos. Okay, behind the scenes, Plug, you're friends with JD DeLay. Okay, behind the scenes, you're friends with Jay Williams. Okay, but that's fine. Like, I don't care. Go ahead and make as many stupid fucking videos about me as you want. I don't give a fuck. Plug, that's why I sent you all my information. So everybody knows, I sent Plug all my GD literature. Okay, All my GD literature. Shit that you're only going to get. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you circulate that around, plug. Show everybody. Send that around to all your fucking faggot buddies who think that I'm a fraud. And you want to try to expose me for being a fraud and for not being a real GD or whatever the fuck your next fucking move is going to be. Because plug, look, man, I've been trying to be cool. But the more I'm sitting here and thinking about this shit, yeah, plug, what are you, man? What are you? Who does that? Who baits somebody, because that's what he did, me into coming onto his show and telling me Whack 100 is going to be on there. Come on, he's been telling me this for a couple months now. Come on here, I'm going to get Whack 100 on here. So he gets Whack 100. That's not the only reason I went over there. But, you know, I thought it would be hilarious to confront Whack 100 because nobody else does. And then finally you get somebody who's contesting him about his involvement in the Big U indictment, and you take the fucking video down. If that doesn't say that you're working with him, I don't know what does. I honestly don't know what does. See something here. I'm not part of the YouTube streets. Yeah, I'm not a part. I'm not in the YouTube streets. I'm an actual convict. You're not allowed to be over there if you're an actual convict. They try to find something about you that they could pick on, or you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't care though. That's fine. I'm going to keep on doing this. I'm going to keep on fucking doing this. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to play a little MC8 for you guys. Yo. All right. So anyways, I don't really care. Like it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it. Hey, but here's the thing too. It's not just snitching going on over there, y'all. It's not just snitching going on over there. It's it's PNO was wiping his shit all over the walls, and like I don't think people understand this when I say it. Like he was literally wiping his shit all over the walls and jerking off in front of cops. But he's allowed to come up on these platforms and try to check people. I don't know. I just think it's hilarious, man. I just think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, so anyways, that I get MC8 is not a menace at all. MC8 is a lame. So I wish I would have knew that. I wish I would have did background checks on these rappers when I was a kid before I looked up to them. Like even Eazy, I bet you Eazy's a fucking lame too. That's what it seems like. Seems like all the famous rappers were just willing to get diddied, and that's why they became famous. That's sure how it seems to me. So am I going to say I'm surprised? No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. It's whatever. I didn't come on here like expecting. I didn't expect Plug to do anything different. I didn't expect Plug to do anything different. Let JD DeLay go over there and explain himself about why he backed a fucking cop over a guy that kills pedophiles. Listen to that, okay? JD DeLay backed a guy, a sheriff, an actual cop. He backed the actual cop over the pedophile killer, the wood chipper. I don't give a fuck what your explanation is, JD DeLay. I don't give a fuck what your explanation is. You're a fucking fraud, bro. Look, man. The only reason people watch you, JD DeLay, the only reason people watch you is because they think that you're a wood chipper guy. They think you're the wood chipper guy. And they think that you actually like might play some role in eradicating the world of sex offenders. But in reality, you are a sex offender, JD. You like to fuck midgets, dog. You like to fuck little tiny human beings, children. All right? If you look at a 4'9", 19-year-old girl and say, huh, that's attractive, you're a fucking sexual predator, bro. That's a child. But my point is, y'all, listen. See, is co-defendant. Sierra Jackson is 4'9". When she got busted with JD DeLay in the counterfeiting conspiracy by the Secret Service, she was 19 and he was 40. Okay? 40. 40 years old, smoking meth with a 19-year-old midget in a hotel room. When they found her, her face was covered in meth sores. You know he had her selling her pussy too. Let's just keep it real. You know he had her selling her pussy too, or at least he knew she was doing it. All the fake credit cards, all the Walmart trips. They were sending her into Walmart. Like, come on, man. That's a 19-year-old girl. She should be like at her first job or, thinking about what college she wants to go to. Or instead, she's with JD DeLay hanging out in a fucking hotel room, twisting a meth bubble. She might have been a successful midget wrestler. Who knows? Maybe she could have been a successful midget wrestler, but she was not able to see her future in midget wrestling because JD DeLay got her smoked out on meth instead. How about that one? Sierra Ray Jackson could have had a very successful midget wrestling career. She could have been 41-0. She could have been 41-0, just like Harley Gwindon. But Sierra Ray Jackson will never be able to reach the infamy that Harley Gwindon was able to reach because of JD DeLay. Sierra Jackson's midget wrestling career was ruined. Another midget wrestling career down the tubes. Thanks to JD DeLay. Anyways, man, sarcasm aside, this guy really is a piece of shit. Okay. And every time I bring that up, Plug is like, he tries to change the subject like that's not really a sex crime. That's sexual deviancy. Technically, it's not a crime if a guy likes to get tied up and beat up by a woman who's wearing all leather, smacking him with a belt as he's got an apple in his mouth. Okay? Technically, that's not a crime. But it's still weird as fuck. If you're that guy that likes to get tied up and beat up and that turns you on to have an apple stuck in your mouth or whatever them fucking weirdos do, they pay bitches to beat them up and spit on them and shit. If you're one of those people that does that, you're a fucking sex offender. I don't care what nobody says. What do you think Epstein and them were doing? They were getting videos of these powerful people in suggestive situations, like being tied up, being smacked around, being spit on by these fucking strippers and prostitutes. And then they have that video. The business wasn't the sex, even with P. Diddy. The business wasn't the sex. The business was the extortion. So they had the video on these motherfuckers tied to the chair with the apple in their mouth, getting smacked by the hooker. You know what I'm saying? That's sex offense shit. You're a sexual weirdo. They call it sexual deviancy. And I mean, yeah. I don't know what to tell you. If you're into that kind of shit, you're a fucking weirdo. Because the same people who are cool with being tied to chairs and letting girls beat them up are the ones downloading child porn. Naners. Okay? So when Plug changes the subject when I'm talking about JD DeLay, this shit is hilarious. JD, you're a sex offender. Bottom line, you got caught in a hotel room with a 19-year-old midget. You like fucking children. That's what that means. If you like fucking midgets, you like fucking children. And if you like fucking children, you're a sex offender. It's that simple. It's that simple. So you guys keep on bringing him up there and try to talk, at least he came up here. He's a stand-up guy. No, he's not. No, he's not. And then listen to how JD DeLay tries to explain shit. Hold on, I'm going to play it. Hold on, let's play this shit. I want to play this part of the interview so everybody can see what the fuck I'm talking about. Hold on a second. Watch this. Watch this shit. All right. JD DeLay and White Boy. Fucking hilarious. Who the fuck is White Boy Lockdown Radio anyway? Let me come on here and say this. White Boy Lockdown Radio has never been to prison. So why in the fuck is he talking about lockdown? He's not White Boy Lockdown Radio if he's never been to prison. He's a fucking fraud. And he's on here talking about prison and all kinds of shit. So we're going to react to this shit, all right? We're going to react to this. I'm going to stay like this because StreamYard made me like go in and out and it kept on cutting my shit. So we're going to react like this, all right? We're going to react like this. So he's got PNO on here talking about sex offenders and shit. This shit's hilarious to me.
Sheriff, one killed the chomo and one had a background of...
I guarantee you PNO's got child molestation in his history. I guarantee you. Maybe as a kid, you know, people don't just go from being normal to whipping their dick out in front of strangers. Okay. PNO's got other shit going on. All right. PNO shouldn't be around kids either. All right. Anybody who's wiping their shit all over the walls in prison because they're scared. All right. and pulling her dick out in front of cops should not be around kids. But listen to this shit.
Of beating inmates.
I heard about the dude that killed Chomo, but not the other guy.
So they Plug knows a bit more about the case, but apparently they ran against each other and for sheriff of the town, and one dude unalived the Chomo for touching his 13-year-old and gained a lot of notoriety off that. The other dude was a cop in the jail, and he used to beat inmates, and there's records of him beating inmates. What do you think about people in the prison genre? Because there's more than one.
All right, so let's just react to that one little point right there. Let's just react to that one little point right there. All right, let's just react to that one little point right there. So look, man, I'm so sick of these motherfucking wannabe tough guys complaining about the cops beating you up. Cops beat people up. Okay, cops beat up old ladies. Cops beat up black people. Cops beat up white people. Cops beat up everybody. The average cop got picked on in high school and stuffed into lockers, had his lunch money taken from him, never had a girlfriend, was downloading child porn, okay? Most cops, okay? They're fucking weirdos, all right? Who do you think's downloading child porn? The people who have no friends, who sit at home and fantasize about shit, okay? Cops are those kinds of people. So anyways, they end up getting these jobs. Look, a cop is underpaid. They make, I think the average pay per hour is about $20 an hour for a cop starting. Okay. About $20 an hour to put their life at risk. Okay. Why in the fuck would you take $20 an hour to put your life at risk when you have so many other options because you have a clean record? Okay. Cops have clean records. So you could go out and get any job that you want, but instead you chose to be a cop. You're putting your life in danger for $20 an hour because they want the power. They want the control. They are now in charge of the bully's life. Most bullies end up in prison. Most bullies end up in jail. Okay. Most popular kids end up in jail. All right. It just is what it is. I don't know why it works out that way, but it does. So the cops end up being able to get revenge on their bullies by becoming police officers. The paycheck is just whatever. That's whatever. The real reason most cops become cops is for the power, is for the control. Because they never had any in high school and they got picked on and bullied and beat up. That's why they become cops. So why are you guys coming on here and complaining about cops beating people up? That's what cops do. And PNO, he didn't even really beat him up in the video. He smacked him around a little bit. He didn't even really beat him up. You guys are just trying to make fucking content out of shit that isn't even there. It isn't even there. I guarantee, Pino, I guarantee, I'm going to reach out to the guy that killed the Chomo and is running for sheriff. I'm going to reach out to him, and I'm going to tell him that you whipped your dick out in front of a bunch of fucking strangers in prison. And I'm going to tell him you're a gunner. I guarantee if he knew you were a gunner and whipped your dick out in front of people in prison that didn't want you to, and you got charged for it, you got institutional charges for being a gunner, he wouldn't even want to talk to you, Pino. If people knew who you really are, they would not want to talk to you. The only reason you're relevant is because you have 300,000 subscribers and Plug needs you to try to get his channel off the ground. As soon as Plug's channel's off the ground, he's not going to fuck with you no more. You're not going to be a regular on his show. Deep down inside, Plug has children. Plug has a wife. He doesn't want you around his fucking kids. Nobody does. And why the fuck is Pino talking about how he's the voice for the voiceless in jail now? How many people are locked up because of you, Pino? How many people did you snitch on and put in jail? Don't you think snitching on people and putting them in jail is worse than some sheriff smacking an inmate around? Because that's what sheriffs do. The inmate should have took off on him. If anything, it makes the inmate look like a little pussy. If a cop smacked me, I'd punch him in his shit. I wouldn't care what the outcome's going to be. It would just be a natural reaction. So that's what we really should be focusing on. Who's the inmate that let that cop smack him and he didn't do anything about it? But you don't know what to focus on, Pino, because you're a fucking lame. You've always been a lame. So let's continue. I'm going to continue reacting to this. Doing it the old school way. So the feds can't fuck with my stream.
Inmates. What do you think about people in the prison genre? Because there's more than one, and I just want to ask you because you're an original from the prison genre. Let's start there.
And another thing too, white boys one of the only people.
All right. So listen to this. This is them talking about how White Boy Lockdown Radio is one of the originals of the prison genre. Okay. No, he's not. He's never been to prison. He is not in the if you have never been to prison, you are not in the prison genre. All right, hold on. Let's just keep that clear. Let's make that clear real quick for everybody. All right. If you have never been to prison, okay, you are not in the prison genre. And I don't care how you take it. Take it however you want. You are not in the prison genre if you have never been to prison. How could you be? Somebody answer me in the comments or something. How could you be in the prison genre when you've never been to prison? How's that work? How's that? What is this? Is this fucking prison fantasy land? I mean, what the fuck are we doing here? Is this prison GTA where people can run around and steal cars? Come on, man. You are not in the prison genre if you've never been to prison. Maybe that's. I used to do these reaction videos a lot where I would listen and I would react. But, I mean, what the fuck are we doing here? Listen to these fucking lames. I don't think Plug's a lame, but he's whatever. He's scared of Whack 100, so I guess that says a lot, doesn't it? Whack, you're scared of, Plug, you're scared of Whack 100. It says a lot about you. So let's continue. Let's continue reacting to this shit. So White Boy Lockdown Radio is one of the OGs. No, he's not. He's never been to prison. And then watch, this dude starts talking about jail and shit. This shit is hilarious.
And two, white boys one of the only people, one prison dudes from Florida that doesn't have anything on his jacket. Like 1090 Jake, I remember you had a beef with him at one point, and I know you've seen all this stuff that came out with him. Like he tried to portray himself as the most solid person from Florida, but really it's these other guys that wasn't boosting up because 1090 Jake got exposed by Byron Blake.
Yeah, I know. I watch Byron all the time. Listen, I got away from the prison genre because, like a lot of everything you're saying, man, it's just it's all weird to me. Like I've been in Florida prison for years of my life. Like I'm just gonna say it. Sorry to any 1090 J fans. There's no white bloods. If you're a white blood, you're breaking it off. You're paying the bloods. That's just how it goes. Hey, Pino, am I lying?
Nah, that's a fact.
Okay, so hold on. So how exactly does that work? How are you asking a white Crip if there are any white bloods? And Pino is saying, no, that's a fact. There's no white bloods. How do you know? So somehow there's no white bloods, but there's white Crips? And why are you asking Pino? Why are you asking Pino? First of all, I tuned into this guy, White Boy Lockdown Radio, a little bit today, and it's like the fucking Young and the Restless. It's a soap opera. It's not even a real fucking prison podcast. He sits over there with a bunch of ladies who like bitch and moan about their men, and all men are bastards, and it's the same. It's the same crowd as the YouTube streets. It's the same crowd. A bunch of fucking old-ass ladies who got nothing better to do with their time and they want to have some social interaction. So they go to true crime and they're willing to put money into these channels so they can be members, right? And give super chats and, ooh, look at my comment, read my comment. At first, that snitch correspondent shit was funny at first. I don't think it's funny no more. Not at all. I don't think it's funny no more. But I like to step out here and I make moves on purpose. Like me going on to Plug's show again was just to wait and see when he was going to do what Plug does. when he was going to do what Plug does. And he thinks he's smart. Plug, you think you're smarter than everybody else, too. You think you're smarter than everybody else. It's 10 o'clock at night. All right, so let me go look at this real quick. It's 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock at night. So let's check this out. Let's go to the YouTube streets. Let's see what kind of videos we got. Huh, nothing. Let's go over here. Huh. Nothing. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Plug, just keep the video down. I don't need it for clout. I don't care. Whack 100 is a fed. Whack 100 is a rat. And I slaughtered him. I slaughtered that bitch ass fucking fed. And then you're culpable with this motherfucker because you took the video down. And now you're trying to hide behind the fact that you need to edit it. No, you don't need to edit it. You got Dub up there dropping the N-bomb. And you didn't take it down. You know why you took it down? Because Whack 100 probably paid you. Or dangled a carrot out in front of your face and said he's going to do something for you. Either way, I don't care. All right? Either way, I don't care. You taking the video down and keeping it down this long? Like, I've talked to you a few times today, Plug. You doing this and keeping it down all fucking day? Just keep it down, dog. But what I need you to do is come on here and tell everybody that you're, tell everybody you're sucking Whack 100's dick, Plug. Come up on here and tell everybody how you're sucking Whack 100's black dick. Why don't you come on here and do that, Plug? Let everybody know. Let everybody know you're scared. Fucking pussy. Oh, I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put it up later. I'm going to edit it. Plug, all you do is lie. You lie to everybody. You lie to everybody. But thankfully, I'm intelligent enough to see this for what it is. You would rather hang out with the guy that wipes shit all over the walls and pulls his dick out in front of staff members. You would rather hang out with a guy whose dad was a cop. He had a German Shepherd that was a cop dog, and he sicked his German Shepherd cop dog on his own mother. You would rather hang out with that guy. DVS, the same guy who got 5 years for a body, for a gang-related murder. You would rather go hang out with him, and then you guys sit around and talk about, oh, well, this is what's going on in the streets. This was going. Look, man, I knew PNO was on the phone with you the other day that you called me. That's why you weren't able to call him, because he was already on the phone. All right? So you call me, Plug. You got PNO on the phone with you. You got DVS. Like, why can't you just call me normally? You can't. You don't know how to operate normally and be normal. You've been doing this cyberspace trolling shit. Look, start going hard, man. Hey, Plug, why don't you show people that fucking turkey neck that you got? Why don't you show everybody that fucking turkey neck that you're hiding and the reason why you won't show your face no more? Because you're hideously obese, Plug. Why don't you tell everybody about that? Huh? He say he's gonna go after the internet Illuminati. Motherfucker, you are the internet Illuminati. You are the gatekeeper. That's why you never show your face, because you're a troll. You get paid to sabotage people like me. And I know that. This wasn't even intended to be about Plug, but now it is. Now it is, because now I'm looking up there. It's 10 o'clock. You took the fucking video down. Keep it down, motherfucker. I don't want you using that video with me in it. You do not have my permission to use my name and likeness in that video. Don't put it back up. And if you do put it back up, you give me a slice of it. No more of this free shit. No more of this free shit. What I did last night was fucking amazing. I did something nobody else out here can do. I handed Whack 100 his own ass. I handed Whack 100 his own ass. And what does Plug do right away the next day? He takes the video down. I believe that Whack paid you. That's what I think. Or dangle the fucking carrot in front of your face. Either way, I don't care. Keep the video down. Everybody already saw it for what it is. And then they saw you react. Plug, this is the biggest thing right here. They saw you react. And people are wondering why, like in real time, I'm switching my my position with Plug, is because it's 10 o'clock and he said edits and put the video back up. No. That's not what the deal is. He's scared. You're scared of a fucking Fed. You're scared of Whack 100. It's hilarious to me. It's absolutely hilarious. What's he going to do? Is he threatening to strike? He probably struck your channel and you just don't want to tell people. He probably struck that video. Yup. He probably struck that video. Whatever, dog. He's scared. He's scared of some fucking fat ass Fed from No Jumper. You know how many people have gotten indicted because of Whack 100? All kinds of people get indicted. And then he goes and he talks to a lawyer and he threatens to have your fucking page taken down if you expose him. Fuck you, Whack 100. You little fucking fag. All right. So I got the paperwork right here. All right. Hold on a second. Yeah. All right. So it's right here. Kanan. All right. It says right here at the bottom of page 50. Williams later admitted to this robbery and aftermath on a podcast. Oh, so I have the paperwork downloaded. All right. And there's a function on here that allows you to search. Okay. Just click on find and then type in Whack 100. Okay. 6 different times Whack 100 is mentioned. So it's more than 5. It's 6. Okay. All right. There is no way you could come on here and try to. Hold on, y'all. I think my page froze. Let's see something real quick. Yo. All right. Let's make sure I'm still streaming. Yo. All right. Let's go here. All right. Kanan. All right. So, let's see here. All right. Let's see if it's still working. Yo. All right. See if it's still working. Yo. All right. So it is, but I have to look on here. It says PNO saying it's okay to snitch as long as no one goes to jail. It's okay. Yeah. Well, so I don't know. Krupp is not a criminal or an outlaw at all. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing on there, to be honest with you. It's just totally bizarre. Totally fucking bizarre. I figured out a way around it, though. So, yeah. So Krupp has never been in trouble. He's obviously a heroin junkie. Because he's sitting there. He's like, Krupp is like this. They're all talking about serious issues, and here's Krupp. He says, I'm tired. No, you're on heroin, motherfucker. You're on fentanyl. All right? That's what you're on. You're a fucking junkie, Krupp. That's what you are. So let's keep it real. That's what you are. Yeah, anytime you guys see somebody who's going like like this and like this, and you know what I mean? Like, and they're sitting up. They're just sitting up. It's because they're high on fentanyl or heroin or some kind of opiate. All right. Oh, now it all of a sudden works. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But yeah, so that's what's up with Krupp. Krupp's a fucking junkie. All right, so you got Krupp the junkie, PNO the fucking sex offender, window licker. What do you got? You got DVS the snitch with the fucking cop dog that he sicked on his own mom. Ronnie Blue Eyes, he's always talking about jail and prison, but I mean, where's the paperwork that you've been locked up, Ronnie? I mean, I don't get why you're always talking about that shit. And you look like you got AIDS. Ronnie Blue Eyes looks like he has AIDS. Like he's that fucking skinny where he looks like he has AIDS. And if you literally have AIDS, I mean, I'd say I'd apologize, but I'm not really going to apologize. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. So these are the guys that make up the YouTube streets. These are them. This is those. Okay. So for everybody that's just tuning in, I started out talking about MC8. MC8 has never been in trouble before. MC8 is a fucking clown. I can't believe I ever listened to his music. Look, man, if you have never been locked up or you've never been an outlaw, don't write music about being locked up and being an outlaw. It's that simple. Okay. Write music about the life that you lived. Even on the DJ Vlad interview, Scotty said, do we really think if the cops told Pino, if you tell, they will go back to jail? I don't know, man. Pino doesn't even go to the jail. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys this. Pino doesn't even go to the jail. Okay. Pino goes to the mental hospital. So anytime he gets arrested, he might go to jail at first. But then as soon as he goes to see the judge is going to put him in a mental hospital. Legally, he is not accountable for what he does. And he knows that. That's why he thought it was okay to go and rent a fucking AR-15 from Gun World. And then post it on Instagram. All right. So anyways, my mind shifted today. I see shit for what it is. That's fine. Plug, you want to lie to people? Go ahead, lie to people. That's fine, dog. That's fine. And this isn't me like flipping this way or flipping that way. And now Plug wants to play like he's the fucking like he's the innocent victim. And I don't care about any of that, Plug. You took down that video. You took down that video. Just keep it down, dog. You're afraid of Whack 100. That shit is fucking hilarious, dog. But don't come on here and talk shit about Whack 100 no more. Don't talk shit about JD DeLay. Don't talk shit about anybody, really. I mean, just don't. Just don't. And don't use that fucking that interview I just did with Whack 100 either. All right? Because I don't give you permission to. All right? You took the video down, keep the video down. All right? Just keep the video down. Everybody saw it for what it is. I punked the fuck out of Whack 100 and you're scared of him. All right? So just leave it down. All right, at least you showed your true colors, though. At least you showed your true colors. And everything that I've been sending you and telling you, I've been sending you and telling you, Plug, with the idea that you're going to turn on me because I don't trust you. You don't trust me either. That's why you got to call me with 5 people on the phone with you. I'm not playing. This dude, Plug, called me with Pino, DVS. All right, he only told me DVS was on the phone. And then I said, well, why don't we call Pino? And he said, all right. And then he thought about it. And he's like, oh, no. Because Pino was already on the phone. So Plug called me with people on the phone recording me. Whatever, dog. I don't really care. I'm always ready for that. So that's pretty much what I got for today. I didn't want to be on here for too long. I got some pretty serious content dropping tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about it. I already told Plug what the deal is, so I guarantee he told everybody already. So I got some pretty serious content on the way. All this internet shit that you guys do and try to like manipulate shit in cyberspace, and you guys can have this fucking faggot shit. I don't care about that. I got shit going on in real life. All right, I'm a factor in real life. I'm a factor in real life. Plug, you can go over there and hang out with Whack 100, Pino, JD. Have a fucking circle jerk, man. And why don't you invite some midgets while you're at it? All right, why don't you invite some midgets while you're at it? All right, I'll see y'all next time, man. Look for me tomorrow. I'm going to be live, going live around noon. All right, I'll be live around noon, and I got some exclusive content dropping. All right, peace.